My little sister, Sam, knelt on the sofa, staring out the window. Our next-door neighbors moved off base last week, and she was watching for our new neighbors to arrive. That's the way the Navy life was. Someone was always coming, and someone was always going. Before we moved to Pensacola, we'd lived in California, Texas, Guam, Mississippi, and New Hampshire. Just when a place started to feel like home, we had to leave. Again. "The moving van is here," Sam called out. Tori and I rushed over to the window. My older sister was 12 and boy crazy. She probably wanted some goofy guy to move next door so that she could flutter her eyelashes at him. I was hoping for a fourth grader, another potential Gypsy Club member. I started the Gypsy Club when we lived in San Diego. I'd already recruited 3 members while in Pensacola. "I hope there's a 5-year-old girl just like me moving in," said Sam. She leaned to the far right, stretching her neck as if she expected a kindergartner to pop out of the van. I pointed to Sam's reflection in the window. "There she is." "Where?" "Right there. She looks exactly like you." When Sam caught on, she stuck out her chin. "I'm not stupid." "I know. You're a prodigy, a spelling bee prodigy." Tori gave me a shove with her elbow. "Move over, Piper. You're hogging all the space and I can't see." "You just take up more room," I told her. When I wanted to get back at Tori, I mentioned her chubby body. Tori's face turned purple. "You're mean, Piper Reed." She was right. Since Chief left, I'd said something mean every day. That meant I'd said 7 mean things because 7 days had passed since our dad left for ship duty. A big calendar hung on our kitchen wall with a red X crossed through each day. Chief would be gone 6 long months. Each day we took turns marking off another day. Even Mom got a turn. In the Reed household, we took turns for everything. And that means I'm always in the middle because I am the middle. Mom handed the marker to me. "Go ahead, Piper. It's your turn." "Why do I always have to be last?" Sam asked as I marked an X over November 11th. I guess there were worse things than being in the middle. At least I wasn't Sam, who would always be the baby of the family, even when she was 95 years old. "It can be fun to be last," Tori told Sam. "Haven't you heard save the best for last?" "That's easy for you to say," I said. "You're always first." Sam fixed her hands on her hips. "Well, I'm going to be the first one to kiss Daddy when he gets off the ship." Mom sighed, but she wasn't paying any attention to us. She stood at the kitchen table looking over her paint box. Monday, she'd start teaching art at our school. That's when our art teacher, Mrs. Kimmel, goes on maternity leave. School would be weird having Mom there. I hoped she wouldn't ask me in front of the class if I remembered to brush my teeth. "What about papier-mâché?" Mom asked, thumbing through newspaper scraps. "We did papier-mâché piggy banks last week," I said. "Remember?" Mom made a snapping noise with her tongue. "Oh, yeah, drats." "Why can't they do papier-mâché again?" Tori asked. "I want the students to make something different." "You could let us have recess during art," I suggested. Tori scowled. "Why would she do that?" I shrugged. "Well, that would be different." "We didn't do papier-mâché," said Sam. "You didn't?" Mom sounded excited. "Mom," I said, "think about it. 20 kindergartners with a bunch of mush and newspaper strips? They would be a disaster." "Oh," she said. "Good point." Sam looked offended. "No, we won't." "Piper is right," Mom said. Sam frowned at me. "You spoil everything." "Sam, you could handle it," said Mom. But so many of your other classmates wouldn't be able to create papier-mâché without making a huge mess. Sam straightened her back. That's true. Great, I thought. Sam, the prodigy. Sam, who could read better than me, and now I couldn't even count on her to make a big mess with papier-mâché.